Hello everyone, my name is Mila and welcome to mylatriesit. So I created this YouTube channel so I could kind of have a space to yap about my biggest passion, which is perfume. And along the way, if I wanted to talk about makeup or nails or anything else that might come up, then it would be a great space to do it. So today I thought it'd be cool to go over my collection and create a little perfume journey, if you will, and kind of every week or so have an upload of what I'm trying out, what I'm decluttering, what I'm comparing my current favorites to, and probably do some like dupe videos. I know that Middle Eastern fragrances are really popular right now. I even have one that I'm currently obsessed with. A little preview. Souvenir Floral Bouquet by Afnan. This one is amazing. Highly recommended, but I'll get into that probably in a later video. I'll go by fragrance house. I'll start with the perfume that kind of got me obsessed with everything. Well, not this perfume specifically. The one that I was obsessed with was the Dolce Gabbana Light Blue. This is the intense version, but I went through like 6 or 7 bottles of the regular one. It was my first perfume in middle school and I rocked it all the way through high school. And so every time I kind of look at the bottle, it reminds me of that time. But this one is the O Intense, which I do prefer over the original because it is a little sweeter. Yeah, it's a little sweeter than the original. I think it kind of brings that sweetness without it being just a straight citrus, which I kind of did get from the other one. Another one is the perfume I've worn the most of by far. Dolce Gabbana Pour Femme EDP. I've gone through probably 8 bottles of this. I don't reach for it very often now because I have so many other ones in my collection. However, every time I smell this, it's just an all-around beautiful fragrance. Also reminds me of college, so I wear that every day. And then the newest Dolce & Gabbana in my collection, and probably my newest fragrance in general, is the Devotion. It is like the O Intense. They're not the same, but they do have that like lemony citrus top note. However, this is candied lemon. This is a sweet citrus, but the candied lemon in this is absolutely amazing. And since we're talking about citrus, I'll go into my Tiziana Terenzi collection. I have Kirke, which does have notes of passion fruit. It's a nice summer fragrance. Now a step up from this, kind of like how I was talking about the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue from the Kirke, for me is the Cassiopea. They both have the passion fruit note. However, this one is significantly sweet. So aside from that, I have Bianco Puro by Tiziana Terenzi. I don't reach for it as much because it is a very interesting fragrance, but I have also learned that sometimes interesting fragrances, I love to smell them, but I don't want to smell like them. So this one I might try to give it another wear test because for some reason I can't seem to let go of it. I declutter fragrances all the time. I do have a Mercari. However, this one is just like, this one's just one I keep holding on to because I love smelling it. But I should give this a wear test and kind of see where it is. Also, love having this YouTube video because I get to yap about perfumes. I think my fiance is like, I can't listen to you anymore. Since I'm here, I'll go into my MFK. I have the Gentle Fluidity Gold. Use quite a bit of it. Vanilla, you know, deepens with time. Amazing fragrance. It is probably one of the easiest introductory niche houses. Moving on to Kilian. I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess. Great tea fragrance, and I will say I generally do lean towards sweeter fragrances. I do have some more challenging ones in my collection, but for the most part I am a gourmand lover, and this just has an interesting like green tea note in there and marshmallow. The marshmallow really kind of softens up the green tea. Amazing. I do have Rolling in Love and I do have Woman in Gold. Rolling in Love was love at first sniff. Woman in Gold, complete opposite. I thought it was interesting, but I thought it was a little cloying. And then like A year later, I smelled it again and I got a small sample. That's another thing I do. I have so many samples. I love getting samples because I don't want to commit to a full bottle, and most of these fragrances are on the pricey side. I never pay full price for them though. I always try to get a discount some way or another. But Rolling in Love, absolute gorgeous fragrance. Woman in Gold caught me by surprise. I have two Xerjoffs. I have Cassiopea, Dama, Bianca. Can't go wrong with this one. It is so good. And then Xerjoff Starlight. And this one, I watch YouTube videos all the time. Like, I always have them on in the background, especially perfume ones. Oh, I could watch this forever. But this one was recommended to me. Well, not recommended to me, but I saw a YouTuber talking about it. And after I smelled this, hooked. Immediately hooked. From that one, I will move on to Mind Games, which is probably one of the most expensive fragrances in my collection. And since I talked about Starlight, I thought it would be interesting to talk about Opera Mate. This one is supposedly a limited edition fragrance, so I'm not entirely sure how long it will be around for. But it has this chestnut note that kind of does remind me of Starlight. Like, yeah, they have like that sweet, nutty fragrance, but this is like cardamom with a nut almost, and well, at least I pick a nut. And this one is the chestnut. I thought this, actually, I'm gonna save the story for this one for another time. I also have Mentor, Beast, and my pride and joy, Prodigy. And I might even have this be my wedding fragrance. I'm going back and forth between like 4 of them, but this is top of the list. Fragrance house I don't hear people talking about a lot is Lark. This is Lark Balade. This was Love at First Sniff. There's a really fun, beautiful store in Miami, and it's called Osme Perfumery. If you're ever there, highly recommend going. The owner's so sweet. Every time I'm in there, he's really attentive, but he's not overwhelming. Like, he'll just kind of like let you do your thing, we spent hours in there, and I ended up buying this jewel, which I'll get to. But yeah, my friend and I, who's equally as obsessed with fragrance, and I think we hype each other up, which is probably not a good thing, but we went in there and we spent like 4 hours smelling fragrances. We even took a little break to get lunch, and then we went back and we're like, let's try to get through some more. But anyways, I did get that one there. I will have to look up the notes for this one because it is an interesting one to describe. This is probably one of the most unique fragrances in my collection. Yeah. Nobile 1942, La Danza delle Libellule. I know it's the dance of the dragonflies, I believe. This is the Extrait version. I am down to, let's see, think about here on this bottle. So I have worn a lot of this. I also used to live in Miami, and I probably choked a few people out with this fragrance, but it's gorgeous. Moving on, I have a lot of one-offs. So I have Matiere Premiere, Santal, Austral. I tried their like, it's not a sample pack. Like, they have the tester strips, which are kind of sealed, and then you can smell each one individually, then put it back. It's a great, brilliant concept. But this one, I've gotten so many compliments on this one. Parlement de Parfum, Flavia Vanille, unique vanilla, super unique. Another fragrance house I don't hear people talking about a lot. I have my designer, Carolina Herrera, Good Girl Blush, I believe is the pink one. I think it's the blush one. My favorite blanker out of all Carolina Herrera's. I do like the Carolina Herrera's, but the pink one, like the baby pink one, by far is my favorite. I do like this one more than the one with like half black, which I believe believe might be like the more concentrated version of it. I don't remember exactly why, but I did smell it in stores and I did like this one more. My mom got me this little guy. She was at Ulta and the person there helping her said everyone absolutely loves it. It's an interesting fragrance. I don't know if it's 100% my style, but it is a beautiful fragrance. I will probably wear it now that it's winter time. Probably wear it a little bit more. Moving on to Rosendo Mateu. This is a niche house I just found out about. Oh, it's in Spain. I went into a store and there were a bunch of niche houses. Interesting story. My fiance was like, oh, look at that perfume store over there. And I'm pretty sure he regretted saying that because we spent a while in there. Poor guy. He's so patient with me. Yeah, jasmine, sandalwood, oriental musk. Beautiful scent. My mom even got this one too. It's our family vacation in Spain, and every time I travel I do try to pick up a niche fragrance just because it reminds me of my travel. This one was Olfactory NYC. I built my own fragrance. This was a really cool experience. Oh, also by Mind Games, I forgot to put this one. I got a 30 ml decant of Queening, and this is what kind of got me into the house. I will probably do a Mind Games dedicated video to go more in depth about those. Penrose Secret Genius, super slept on. I think this one's up to here, and this is probably my third most worn fragrance. So by far the first. The second was the Dolce Gabbana original light blue, which I don't currently have, and I probably won't have in my collection again because I like the intense more. But the Penrose Secret Genius, I think this is my 5th or 6th bottle. In comparison, this is a 50 ml and this is 100, so I've definitely got through a lot more of this one. This one I got in Spain as well. It's in EDT, but it was just such a great fragrance. Like, I kind of worn quite a bit of this, and it was like a hotel perfume. We were going to this like cute little spot to eat, and we walked by this hotel, and my mom was like, oh, they have perfumes over there. So on our way out we stopped there. This one's super good. I'm trying to figure out if I run out how I'm gonna get another one. My cousin does live in Spain, so I might have to bother her about that. Then I have Celine La Peau Nue. Interesting fragrance. I think it's like an iris. I want to say it's iris is like the main note. This is a interesting spring scent. I would say a very good spring scent. I haven't quite worn this one a lot. I have sold decants of it, so that's probably why my bottle is mostly used up, but I'm probably not going to sell anymore because this is a really good fragrance. I just know I wasn't going to go through a whole 100 milliliter anytime soon. Wilhelm Perfumes Poets of Berlin. This is the only one I have in this collection. Another really interesting, I believe it's blueberry. Blueberry, I'm trying to remember the other note. I want to say there was some tea in here, but I could be wrong. I know it's blueberry and something. So moving on to Fragrance du Bois, I have Minuit Demi and Ujan Intense. Love these. I did buy this as a partial, but I think I bought it up to here, and I have an interesting review about this one. It is gorgeous. And then the Demi Rolling Minuit Demi. That pimento note kind of does remind me of they're not at all similar, I wouldn't say, but like they do have similar notes and that kind of like spice almost. Yeah, this one I like that the pimento notes in there. I also like that it dies down very quickly. So these two I got during my trip to Italy. This one was a heavy hitter. Aquaflor Firenze, Florence in Italian, but this one is Zigana, I believe. Very good, very interesting spring scent, I would say. I'm really upset I didn't get the other one. I was between two, and I'm trying to remember the name of it because I can't remember. I have a few I think might be it, but I'm really scared of ordering it because they are expensive, and I think the shipping's like $100. That's the hard part. I really regret not getting the other one. But this one's really good too. And then I got like, I think there's a little pharmacy. I picked this one up. Beautiful fragrance. And then, of course, Kayali, the Wedding Silk Santal. Everyone and their mother love this perfume. I do, however, have this one. I'll do a comparison between these two. But I do know this is the dupe. Again, Afnan Souvenir, Floral Bouquet. I have a funny story about this one that I'll get into probably when I do my Middle Eastern fragrance collection. Well, I actually don't have a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances. I only have 2 right now, but I have samples of a bunch. And I was going to do a review to see which ones of the samples I was going to pick up. And then I have M. Micallef No Tivani, classic, beautiful. And then, of course, Amouage Guidance. I know it's a very polarizing scent, but I fell in love with this. I think I got it on Scentbird. Yeah, Scentbird, like the subscription service. I don't always have it. I kind of only get it when there is a fragrance, specific fragrance that I do want to sample, because it is a decent sized sample. The other one I have is Lactea Divina, and like I said, I will do a review on the Arabian fragrances. So yeah, that is my entire fragrance collection. If you guys have any questions or want to know more about specific fragrances or have me compare them or anything like that, just let me know. And I'd love to talk to you guys and get the ball rolling, because I love talking to somebody about fragrance, so I figured I might as well get on here and give it a whirl. Also did my makeup today, and I was thinking of doing like a review on how I did my nails. So if you guys think it's interesting, I love doing my nails. That is probably the thing I get complimented on the most, aside from my fragrance. All right, I don't really know how to end this, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.